Good morning. The art of defense counsel must be exhausted during trial court, and you can be awarded for your efforts even at the stage of Supreme Court. For that, you must know how other defense lawyers are effectively bringing several facts of doubts about the prosecution case. That apart, my humble submission would be never try to file written argument. That is my humble submission, because if you file written argument, there is every possibility of sitting your written argument, and you may not have any grounds before appellate court. At the same time, due to busy work, heavy work, the appellate court simply endorse the view of the trial court and dismiss your appeal. So it is far better that you always argue orally, pointing out certain points. And so far 313 is concerned, if some vital contradictions are there about time and your allegation against you, it is better that your accused is being enlightened as to how to answer the incriminating evidence against the accused. So, a fantastic judgment about criminal trial. The case of 376, because it is very difficult to get acquittal of 376 because of various amendment. AR 2020, Supreme Court 3840, S.A. Bobde, CJI, Bopanna, and our Justice V. Ramasubramanian. Common cause versus unit. Oh, sorry, I wrongly mentioned about that. AR 2020, Supreme Court 3815, N.V. Ramana, Suryakant, and Justice Krishna Kumari, J.J. Krishna Murari, Parminder Kaur alias P.P. Kaur alias Soni versus State of Punjab. It's a case of 366A, 506 IPC and Evidence Act Section 3 and Criminal Procedure Code 151, 366A again discussed, 154 again discussed, 118 of Indian Evidence Act and 313 1 plus subclass B4 were deeply discussed in the judgment. Facts of the case is FIR was lodged noon on 24/2/1996. The appellant was a single lady living with her child, mother and young boy as her tenant in the neighborhood of the prosecutrix house. About a week prior to the registration of police, the appellant called the prosecutrix to her house and tried to entice her to indulge in illicit intercourse with the rich tenant boy in return for clothes and trip frame. The appellant at about 6 a.m. allegedly pushed the visiting prosecutrix into the room occupied by the tenant boy and bolted it from the outside. It was only on hearing prosecutor's screams that after 5 minutes door was unlocked with her father Van Singh and Colonel Singh standing outside. Swiftly the boy ran out of the room, successfully escaped. Upon the prosecutor emerging from the room, her father protested and expressed his dismay to the bystanding appellant. Scared by their reputation, the prosecutor and her father returned to home without reporting the matter to anyone except prosecutor's mother. However, 7 a.m. 24/2/1996, appellant caught hold of the prosecutrix outside her house and threatened to kill her brother if anyone informed the matter. The prosecutor was able to escape the appellant's clutches and worried at this high-handedness. The trial court, prosecutors are father, draftsman who prepared the site plan, administrator who proved the age of the prosecutors, and investigation officers were examined, and the defense witness Gurmail Singh was also examined. 313 statement. Uh, she claimed that there was no tenant at all in her room and that the complaint was nothing but motivated revenge at the instance of one Bola Singh against she had level allegation of rape few months ago. This is what so we have to see how the High Court, the lower court convicted 1 year rigorous imprisonment, 3 years rigorous imprisonment. The High Court also agreed with the lower court judgment. The High Court observed that 313 statement of the appellant is afterthought. Therefore, the Supreme Court now has held that FIR delay in registration must be appreciated in the facts and circumstances of every case. So, the Supreme Court said it is difficult to appreciate father to await a second incident to happen before moving the law into motion. See, this is what they say. Then again, the evidence of the witnesses about the description of the tenant boy and their period of stay, all are inconsistent and materially contradicting each other. Therefore, they do not want to believe the prosecution witness. Then they have followed Takkalji Hiraji versus Thakur, Kuber Singh, Chaman Singh and other. AR 2001 SC 2328. You must go through that judgment also. So, the lower court and the High Court mechanically they have dealt the matter and without reappreciating the evidence. Then again they say they are on SLP there may not be reappreciation of evidence. But however, since there was miscarriage of justice and failure on the part of High Court to discuss about the various aspects, particularly the writing of the complaint, the manner in which the complaint was written was completely different from other witnesses. PW1 gives different story and PW5 gives different story and PW2 is given different stories. Therefore, they have not accepted. Then say the evidence of prosecution of PW1 and 2 seems to be superficial and lack of detail about the boy and girl locked inside and how the male tenant reacted or missing. These all are things they want to reappreciate the evidence and given benefit of doubt. But they have also said that how the lower court blindly disbelieved the evidence of DW1 instead of appreciating the evidence. And therefore they say the DW1 evidence rejection is not properly. Therefore, and further they say the defense of the 313 statement had to have been looked into very deeper. Therefore, and further, the criminal intimidation was also discussed about paragraph 25. Therefore, they have also not accepted the version and since the prosecution not proved their case, 366A and 506 IPC beyond all reasonable doubt acquitted the appellant. So kindly go through the entirety of judgment so that you can understand and the reason Supreme Court judgment on 313 discussion. Best wishes.